Today we will be testing the equal highs equal lows indicator. But before we do, if you have not watched the first video on the channel and all the videos after that, you need to go do that now. Here at the Academy of Forex, we are building the best trading system possible as a team. There is also a link down below to sign up for TradingView. You can save a little bit of money if you use the link below to sign up for your account. You can also find a link below to join us on Discord. Lastly, if you would like a list of all the indicators we have tested along with their win rates, but you aren't interested in watching all the videos on the channel, you can sign up for our $9 Patreon, and you will receive the complete list of indicators. We also would like to introduce our Patreon exclusive Discord channel. As a $9 Patreon, you will be invited to join an exclusive Discord channel where we will give you a list of winning indicators and links for the MT platform, give you winning strategies, post trade ideas, give advanced advice, and much more. So click the link below to join our Patreon. Alright, as I said, today we will be testing the equal highs equal lows indicator. Before we do though, I wanted to put the testing scoreboard up for everyone to see. So to date, we have tested a total of 51 different strategies, with 13 of them being profitable. We've also tested a total of 700 indicators, with 281 of them being winners. The best ones so far were able to achieve a 100% win rate. Now you need to go back and watch those videos to understand the context of how they were able to achieve that. So go back and watch those videos and see what you can get out of those winning indicators. And keep in mind that we test most of these strategies and indicators on the Forex market, but they can be applied to just about any market universally. Okay, so today's indicator is the equal highs equal lows indicator, and you can kind of see it here on screen. So basically we have these little bitty arrows here. I definitely wish that TradingView would make it to where these arrows were a little bit larger, but it doesn't seem as though we have the ability to change the... Nope, we sure do not. So yeah, we're stuck with the little arrows. There's not much we can do about that. So all right, before we test this indicator, I did want to mention that I am aware, I'm sure that this video might get one of those comments, and from time to time, I get the comments in the comment section down below on different videos, and it generally goes something like, you are not testing this indicator the correct way. It is supposed to be tested this way, that way, so on. And I am well aware that in some instances we are not testing indicators in the way that they were meant to be used. If the creator of the indicator specifically outlines a way to use the indicator on the indicators page, then I try to follow that as best as possible. If they do not specifically outline how an indicator should be used, then I just kind of play around with it and see if I can come up with something. And often it is not the way that it should be used if you were to kind of follow the industry standard on how to use indicators, certain ways. And so what I like to do is think outside the box and try to find things, use things in ways that that they were not meant to be used, different ways of using them. See if we can come up with something completely different in using an indicator that might be extremely useful and more useful in some cases. And so I've said it many times before. I've commented back on many comments about this, and just in case you are not aware, do not understand that, or have not heard that yet, that is why we often will test indicators in ways that they weren't meant to be used. Okay, now that I've said all that, again, because I might get a comment on this video, the way we're going to use this indicator is when we get a green arrow that forms, we are going to go long. When we get a red arrow that forms, we are going to go short. And so that's the setup we're looking for. Let's go ahead and get on with the testing and see what that can do. All right, so the first signal that we pick up is a short signal. We get that red arrow right here, and immediately we get a push to the upside, which does come up and stop us out. Let's go ahead and continue on. All right, the next signal that we pick up is also a short signal. We get that red arrow right there. And so another thing that people get confused about, and I've said it in a few different videos, and so those of you who are regulars probably already understand it, but the candle that I mark with the line is considered the signal candle. So that is the candle that the signal took place on the close of that candle. Our entry candle would be the very next candle right here. And so in this case, we get the short signal on the close of this candle right here, which means that we would have entered on this candle right here. And we get a really nice push to the downside there. And that does come up and, or I guess goes down and gets us to our take profit. Let's go ahead and continue on. All right, then the third signal that we pick up is another short signal. We get that red arrow right there, and we get a nice push to the downside. That one does come down and gets us to our take profit. All right, so what I'm going to do here is go ahead and fast forward through the rest of the testing. That way things don't get too long, and we'll pick this up when we are at the end of the year. Alright, so that's going to put us at the end right there. Before we take a look at what this was able to achieve, now would be a good time to say that if you are interested in excelling your trading knowledge, I highly recommend that you join our Patreon only channel on our Discord server. You can find a link to our Patreon down below, as well as a link to our Discord. Once you sign up as a patron, it'll give you access to the Patreon only channel, where we post some really great advanced information about trading strategies, trading indicators, and trading philosophy in general. And as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, you'll get access to the full list of indicators that we have tested. That comes in an Excel version and a PDF version. And you will get that full list of indicators showing exactly which indicators were winners, which ones were losers, as well as their win rates. And you'll get access to an Excel sheet of all the strategies that we have tested that shows exactly which strategies were winners, which ones were losers, as well as their win rates, and links to go back and review those individual strategies. And so there is a lot of benefits to becoming a patron of the channel, and it doesn't cost hardly anything at all. I highly recommend it. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at our indicator here. It's not a bad number of trades within the 1 year's time. Let's go ahead and count them out and see what we have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So we have 20 trades all together, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 9 winning trades. So that is not going to meet the 60% criteria that we are looking for. All in all, like I said, we're just kind of playing around with this indicator, see if we could get something out of it that functioned a little bit better. Surely this indicator was not meant to be used as an entry indicator on its own. I'm sure that is a comment that we'll get. That is a comment that we get often as well. And so I understand that. And again, we're just kind of playing around with it to see if it could pick something up like that. Yeah, what can we say? It tried, didn't work out too well. This one is going to go on the no list, and we will move on to the next indicator from here.